Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Scourge League 3.16. In this episode, we're going to be going through this part 3, which is the auras, curses, and elemental damage over time changes. So I want to go through each category. I've made like a breakdown, a short form. I want to, instead of reading it, instead of going through every single point, I'm just going to go through my points. So we'll start it off with auras. They removed reduced reservation and replaced it with reservation efficiency. So the way I understand it is 100% increased reservation efficiency, which is in here, this line, would half the cost of all your auras. Okay. And 50% reservation efficiency cuts down costs enough to let you reserve an additional 50% reservation aura. So if you had 100%, you could run kind of like 200% of auras. It's like a flat amount that removes a flat instead of a percent from every single aura. Yeah. So it's similar in the beginning and then worse later. So it kind of messes up aura stacking, and they also killed aura effect stacking in here. They have, where is it? The notables that grant aura effect are now small clusters instead of medium clusters. And so instead of having 2 medium clusters with 8% aura effect on each notable and you get 16% for a medium, you can get one small with an 8%. And the small passives on the small cluster give this reservation efficiency and not effect. So it's about reserving more auras and not about getting the aura effect to get the 90 reses. Pretty weird. And then, so the old way with one voices, you could get 20, you could get 3 mediums, and that was like 48 aura effect. And now you can get voices with 3 smalls, which is 24 aura effect. So this is a nerf by half of the aura effect. It's pretty massive. Yeah. So I would say that aura effect stacking is gutted, nerfed, destroyed, and this reservation efficiency. I was looking at it in POB. It looks exactly the same at early amounts up to this 100% reservation efficiency, and then I think it has diminishing returns at after 100%. We don't know how much. I don't think we actually know how much. I'm pretty sure that this just shows like linear scaling up to this point, and then I think it's diminishing returns after this, and that's their point. They say it, but they don't actually give us the number. If somebody knows, then hey, my bad, and let me know in the comments below. Next part, we have curse stacking nerfed. So they nerfed the generic curse effect basically, and made it so that and also made them so they have to be small clusters instead of medium clusters, just like the aura effect. And then they also made it so it's now specific curse effect instead of generic. So you have to go specific curses, and so you want to target one instead of stacking a ton of curses. And then they also nerfed some specific curse items. My Jinx Juju Ami. No, my hardcore Ami, dude. And then they changed the clusters. Then we go into the last one, damage over time. So they changed dots. Player Ignite now inherently deals 150% more. So I realized that this was only players and not minions. And then the second thing was, I was trying to look for a minion that got its Ignite buffed or its dot buffed, right? And so I was looking, and then I found Sentinel. So Sentinels of Purity summon with Herald of Purity now have 40% less life. Because of base ignite damage changes, ignite with the skill is now 50% higher when using the Death Wish skill from the Maw of Mischief unique helmet. They've nerfed my Sentinels of Purity twice before we've really played it in a season. This is disgusting, dude. I am appalled. What the hell? And then we have Elemental Equilibrium Keystone passive skill now applies 25% exposure of the elements. Not hit with. Removing exposure of the elements you hit with. It's now an easy way to apply a strong exposure effect rather than a huge damage boost that we balance elemental damage over time skills around. Some other skills have been reviewed because of these changes. Move the Elemental Equilibrium Keystone passive to the Ranger section of the skill tree. Jeez. Holy shit. And then, yeah, I was thinking about this exposure thing. And, so you have to expose, and then this is a bigger exposure, right? Then I was thinking of Elementalist, but then they moved this to the Ranger section of the passive skill tree. Man, some of this shit's so weird sometimes, honestly. It's pretty fucking weird. But, it somewhat makes sense. So then I give my conclusion. It might be surprising. Alright, this might be surprising, guys. But basically, my thoughts on all of this is they really screwed aura stacking. They screwed group aura stacking, aura bots, aura stacker minion builds, like where you stack a lot, like all of the auras. Where you do like half the auras, I think that could still be a thing, or like a few, obviously. But doing all of them and being an aura stacker only, yeah, no, definitely not now. And yeah, they literally lowered the power of the aura effect from the clusters by half. And they made it more annoying because it's small clusters. It's so dead. So there's still a chance to run auras. Maybe even a similar amount of like a lot of auras, just not getting all the aura effect. There may be some unnerfed aura effect things, like the chest plate and the shield mod. So just the auras themselves, even without the aura effect, some of them are decent, honestly. Getting your reses up to 80, 85 could still be good. Like that, like more, it's more than 75. It's not 90, but technically, my point is, if they make getting auras and the reserve easier up to a certain point, let's say all of the all the auras reserved by half, so you could run 200%, and all you had to do is run 100% efficiency, and all of the numbers on the skill tree, I don't know if I mentioned this, it was really important if I didn't mention it, the reduced reservation is replaced with reservation efficiency at 2 times the value. So where it's half, this half thing, it works out exactly the same, I guess, up to this point, which 100% reservation efficiency is quite a lot, because if you think about it, the solvenarity on the skill tree is 6, and then the 2 nodes next to it are 4% reduced, so it would be 8, 8, and then 12, so it's 28% increased reservation efficiency, and that's all we would have normally in our like big build that farms us all the way up to like the feared and shit, and then we would only go aura stacking later where we get like all the reservation. So we're still going to be able to get, well, this is actually going to be, yeah, it's basically the same. It's basically the same. That's my point. So overall, I don't hate this. I think from a balance standpoint that it was almost necessary. It's sad that we lose even more endgame, more cool shit, but maybe with this then we'll be able to create something. I don't think it'll be as powerful, but it'll be different. And I like that the early is the same or more powerful, and that the mid is the same, and that it's only the ultra end game, and most people won't be affected by it. That's pretty good overall. I like it. The Victorios change, Prism Guardian change, lot of crazy changes. Yeah. Well, we will see how. Oh, I also we need to actually just see how this works out in PoB, like how bad the diminishing returns are actually on this, to know how bad it actually is on running all the auras. But then even if this isn't that bad, right? The aura effect is just nerfed by half. Yeah, it's just half. They're just not as impactful as they were, and they're smalls now, and they're so much more annoying. Either way. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed my short form, my quick version of it, and my opinion, what I think of it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys did enjoy. And I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!